Welcome to the HPA Plus support tutorial. In this video, we'll provide a quick overview of the dashboard, roster management, staff, clients, invoices, payroll, reports, settings, integrations, subscription. This tutorial shows you how to navigate and understand the HPA Plus dashboard. You will learn to access key metrics and features to manage your system efficiently. After signing your HPA Plus web account, you can enter the dashboard page. This is the dashboard overview here. You can see the total staff members in your system here. You can see the total active clients in the system here. Click the draft invoices section to view all draft invoices currently in the system. You can see the draft invoices of the system here. You can see the total revenue of the system this fortnightly. If you want to see the weekly, you can update it accordingly here. You can see the recent activities of the system here. You can see the upcoming staff lives in your system here. Click the upcoming events menu to explore scheduled events and details. You can see the upcoming events, and here you can see the upcoming appointments of the clients. Here you can see the client funds this week. Here you can see the total staff hours this week. Is the total overview of the dashboard. In the left menu, go to the restaurant management. Here you can see the total view of the staff calendar weekly. If you want to select client view, you can select client. Click the client drop-down to switch views or select client options. Click the staff option to view staff-related schedules and information. If you want to see the fortnightly view, you can select fortnightly. Click week to switch back to the weekly calendar view. Here you can view the staff unavailability. On this page, you can see the staff timesheets. If you want to create a new shift, you can go for create new shift. Click the client username field to assign the client to the shift. Select the price book. Select multiplier for the shift. Click the date to set the shift date. Select the shiftee start and end time. Click the repeat checkbox to enable shift recurrence. Click the split shift checkbox to divide the shift into parts. Click daily to set the shift to repeat every day. Click the number to specify the repeat interval. Enter the end date for the recurring shift. You can choose a carer from here. If you want to select, you can select the notify carer, login notification. You can select here the recurring shift successfully created, and you can see in roster management. Here in the left menu, go to the staff. Here you can see the total staff members in the list. Here you can add staff shared documents, which will be visible to every staff member. Here you can see the staff's expired documents. From here you can manage staff leave. Here you can see all the KPI trackers for the staff. Click staff member's name to open the staff profile. You want to add staff documents. You can add from here. Here you can add the KPI for the staff members. You can add it from here. If you want to sync the staff member with 0, you can sync it from here. You want to check the staff timesheets, you can check it from here. If you want to reset the staff password, you can reset it from here. You can add the pay group for staff by clicking on update, then add pay group. Click update. Click pay groups. Here you can add the pay groups. If you want a new pay group, you can add it from here. Then, after adding the pay group, you can add the pay items from here. Then, in the left menu, click on Clients. Here, you can see the list of clients. You can go to Expired Documents. Here, you can see the expired documents of your clients. Once clicking the client name, you can go over the client's profile here. If you want to add any documents, you can add them from here. If you want to add any family list for this client, you can add it from here. Click the Client Goals tab to manage and review the objectives set for the client. If you want to add any goals for this client, you can add them from here. After adding goals, you can add the strategies for the goals. Click here to proceed to the section where you can add funds for the client. Click the Invoices tab to view and manage billing information related to the client. Here you can see the invoices for this client. Once you add it, you can see it from here. Click the Additional Contacts tab to manage extra contact information for the client. If you want to add any additional contacts for this client, you can add them from here. Click the Client Details tab to view detailed information about the client. If you want to see the progress notes for this client, you can just go to Notes. You can see the progress notes added by staff, incident reports, feedback reports. If you want to add any particular reports, you can select the option and add it from here. Click the Submit button. Click the client name to open their profile and access detailed information. Here you can add the preferred price books for this client. You can add it from here. To generate an invoice, navigate to the Invoice section, select the client, choose the required date range, and click Search. When the shift is eligible, create a new draft invoice and open it by clicking the invoice number. The draft invoice displays the client details, shift information, selected price, book, ratio, reference ID, hours, quantity, pricing, and calculations. If required, enable Include Tax to apply tax automatically, then scroll down and click Approve. Once approved, you can reopen the invoice, sync it with accounting software such as Xero, email it directly to the client, or download it in CSV and PDF formats. If changes are required after approval, the invoice cannot be deleted for compliance reasons, but it can be voided. Here in the left menu, click on Payroll. Here in the first, you will see timesheets, the timesheets of your staff members. If you want to approve all timesheets, you can approve from here. You select the checkbox and then approve. Click the Continue button to proceed with the timesheet approval process. You want to sync the timesheets with Xero. You can sync it here if needed. You can sync the timesheet after approval. You want to see the allowances here. You can add new allowances from here. Click the Submit button to save the new allowances you have added. Click the Pay Groups tab to view and manage different pay groups within the system. If you want to add any new pay group, you can add it from here. Click on New Pay Group. You can add. Since adding a pay group, you just have to add the pay items. For that, you can add pay items. Here in the left menu, go to the reports. Here you can see all the reports of your system. You want to export the report as well. Click the Invoice Report to view detailed invoice data within the HPA Plus application. You can see the Invoice Report, Log Report, Valuation Report, Complaints Report, Actions Report, Area Tracker, KPI Report, Payment Report, Qualification Report, Skill Reports, Time Tracker. Select any reports. It will show the whole report view for you. In the left menu, go to the Settings. Here you can configure company details, preferences, shapes, roles, and other organizational policies. First, the general company profile. Here you can see all the company-related profile details. If you want to update, you can update through here. Next, preferences. Here you can enable the cancellation policy if you want. You can enable the cancel and input the business days after. Save preferences in, then manage languages. If you want to add any new languages, you can add them here. Manage shift type options used in roster planning, scheduling templates, and timesheet flow. Then shift type. Here you can see all the shift types. If you want to add any new shift, you can add it from here. Manage role definitions used by staff setup, permissions, mapping, and internal workflows. You can see all the tools in your system, including coordinator, driver, support worker, and client roles. Access the roster settings to configure shift-related details and reminders. Enable shift-related reminders and select the number of days before to notify. Save the shift settings. Configure the visibility of the roster summary and save the settings. Configure how transport is selected while creating and updating shifts. Enable transport options from the admin settings to manage transit preferences. Open the client settings to manage client-related information and types. Create new information entries by adding them through this section. View and add client types used across intake, profile management, and reporting screens. Maintain the client type list used across intake, profile management, and reporting screens. Manage your form templates used in client workflows. Customize forms here and activate them so staff can add them from the mobile app. Add new forms as needed. Click the Import New button to add new data or forms. Access the staff settings to manage permissions and roles. Add and manage permissions for staff roles here. Select checkboxes to enable access rights for roles such as coordinator, support worker, driver, and client. Then submit. Submit the selected permissions for support worker, client, driver, or other roles as needed. View mandatory staff complaints and add new ones as needed. Add new skills to the staff section by clicking New and entering the details. Access invoice-related data, including a BN number, address, phone, contact, email, NDIS provider number, tax and tax rate. Update invoice details such as account name and number, and other related information here. Click Save to apply any changes made to invoice details. Access the Prices section to manage price books and related data. View all imported price books. Add new price books or import from the NDIS pricing configurator. Select payroll and other options related to price books here. Select payroll frequency such as weekly or fortnightly. Set pay week start date and choose calendar mode. Set up payroll type, default or award functionality and select default pay groups for rosters. Enable display of daily and weekly overtime earnings. Save changes after enabling. Access the public holidays list to manage holiday data. Import Australian public holidays or add new public holidays by clicking New. Manage KPIs used across tracker permissions and reporting models. Add new KPIs as needed. Here in the left menu, go to the Integrations. Click the Integrations option to view available integration settings in HPA Plus. Here you can see the integrations, Zero integration. If you want to connect Zero integration, click on Manage Integration. Here you can connect your Zero with HPA here. You can add the pay groups and connect to Zero Manage Pay Groups here. You can sync the allowances with Zero here. Click the Zero Log option to view integration logs in HPA Plus. You can see the Zero logs here. Here in the left menu, go to the subscription. Here you can see the subscription details of yours. Here, if you want to select monthly, you can select here. If you want to select pay yearly, you can select pay yearly. Click the pay monthly option to select the monthly subscription plan. You can check the live subscription of yours at 2 Plan U. You can select the payment method here. If you want to update your card details, you can update them from here. And also, you can check the payment history of your subscription. Thank you. If any further query, feel free to reach us at support@hpaplus.com.au.